All right, everybody. So this is 1 week off of finishing V3. We have completed the Danganronpa series over the course of 2 years, I think it was, right?
Somehow it was, yeah.
2 years or so it took us to get through all of them, but we're here.
Mostly
And,
just
as is-
procrastination.
Mostly, yes. But now we're here to do, as promised, to rank all the characters. And we're just going to go by game and then, yeah. First up is obviously Makoto. Nagi.
The initial herb.
He is still the greatest herb of all time.
It's gonna be interesting where you put it because it's obviously the first character always sets the benchmark, but he kind of is a bit of a benchmark as well.
He's such a B character. Like, okay, he's the protagonist, right? So there's not too much to him, which is the point. And
to an extent, is the point, but he's also like the center of
extent,
everything that happens after this game, anyway, for some reason.
Yeah, and I just find him so freaking lame. It's just
kind of just there.
Sayaka Maizono is interesting too because she's also very generic in the terms of video games and anime, but what they do with her was great.
Well,
so
yeah, because that was kind of the point. It's like you wouldn't think, oh yeah, it's a generic idol character, childhood friend thingy. It's like, oh, you wouldn't think, oh yeah, no, she just tried to kill a man and get her friend killed in the process.
The thing is, I think she's a B as well.
Do you? Well, yeah, that's fair, because to be fair, as a result
Higher than Makoto.
Okay.
But
I would give you that. I think her issue is she's just simply not around enough. Like, anyone killed in chapter 1 is basically screwed because, like, well, what can you do?
There is an exception, though, and we'll get to it.
Leon
Kuwata is a fucking idiot. This poor goddamn soul, Chihiro Fujisaki, is... Oh, God, I feel so bad.
Has anyone actually disliked him?
No.
I think that's illegal, right?
I don't think he's an S character, but he's an A
Definitely
character
not.
for sure.
Yeah.
I really like him. His twist was actually really good. I didn't see it coming, and
interesting that is a character that the other characters really liked. Like nobody actually.
Everybody loved the hero.
Yeah.
Everybody loved him.
Yeah.
Her, whatever he was at the time. So.
Whatever they wanted to be.
Whatever they wanted to be.
Mondo, who made very much an impact on Hero.
Mondo made an insane impact on Chihiro, so much so that it killed him. And
yeah.
Mondo is also an idiot, but a lot more respectable in a way.
Which is ironic for, like, the scum of the earth that he's actually the leader of. But yes, you still actually respect him for some reason. I'd say for some reason.
It's
quite clear.
After he got found out in trial, he just took it.
He was definitely one of those who actually genuinely regretted what they did. Yeah.
That said, I still think he's C. Kiyotaka Ishimaru is an interesting one.
Yeah.
I'm just never that into him. That's all it is.
No, because his main role in the game is it's like comic relief, right? So you never feel there is actually much there.
You never feel like anything is welcome in a school environment.
Definitely not. Nothing is.
Right. Ifumi didn't do a whole lot, and then he got killed. So
yeah.
See, Celestia Ludenberg is fascinating.
Anyone who's watched our series will be absolutely shocked that you would come out with something like that regarding this character.
I love her.
I mean, she's cool.
She was arguably the smartest one in the first game.
Arguably, but she did get ganked.
But her plan was super good. She just got, for the first time in her life, she got unlucky with Hifumi. If Hifumi wasn't alive for that moment to say what ended up being her name, she probably could have gotten away with it.
Probably, yeah. As bullshit as the plan was, it did actually kind of work up to that point.
And again, if you, for whatever reason, if you actually watched our series and then are watching this, first off, thank you. Second off, you would realize that I kind of pinned her as the culprit right away. And I noticed some shit that most people probably wouldn't notice, right? And it's because I liked her. So, but I feel like her case is actually pretty difficult. It's the first truly hard case, I think.
Yeah, as I say, it does come down to a bit of Deus Machina to actually solve it.
Anyway,
yeah.
I still think she's a really cool character, regardless.
Well, yeah, she was actually interesting other than when she was ganking people. Interesting in a bit of a machinist way, but you know.
I will fully agree that she is not quite S, but she is definitely high A.
Yeah, I give her that.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Sakura Ogami.
I liked her.
She's pretty good.
Yeah. She's actually a character.
Her and Hina's friendship was adorable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, in the end, she really thought the best way to get out was just to kill herself.
It's actually an interesting character, interesting case. And again, she's pretty cool to be around for. Like, throughout the game.
Cool to be around. Yeah.
Probably underrated, I don't think.
I would say underrated overall. Yeah, I'm thinking either low A or high B.
I'd be thinking low A.
I would say below Chihiro at least.
Yeah, I suppose.
Aoi Asahina, or as I always call her, Hina.
I think pretty much these people does because Aoi is a weird name.
Aoi's hard to say, but some people say it, and I'm like, who the fuck's that? Oh yeah, Hina. Anyway.
Yeah, I like her a lot. I think she's fun. Being one of the survivors, as is kind of the trend in these games. Obviously, the longer you go on, the more they can do with you, and the more happens, and the more insight you get. And it would be wrong to say she's shallow. Definitely not a shallow character. It's actually pretty well done, and it actually is interesting. I do have a soft spot for her. I really like her.
I do too, right?
Yeah. Fuck it, it's our list.
And it's mainly because she made it, right? She made it.
Yeah. And didn't Pink Sweater Girl it either. She made it properly. And
did she though?
I don't think she did. No.
What did she do?
Felt like that in times where everyone was going to sort of split up, she was kind of the one to go, nah, you're all being fucking idiots. What are you doing? Come on. Get yourselves together. You know? She was a bit of that character. She did play that role a bit in the late game. A little bit. Because and her Sakura's death obviously impacted her a lot. I mean, there was a point where she
thought she did it, didn't she?
Yeah.
Or was she just trying to take the fall for it for some
She was trying
reason?
to take the fall because she just wanted to kill everyone at that point. Right, she was just completely gone.
She broke, right? Which is fine. That's not an infrequent thing in this series, so
and she came back from that. I think that's the point
pretty quickly.
Yeah. Not so quickly that it's just like, oh wait, yeah, she's fixed. Whatever. It was proper. She reflected on. She essentially took what Sakura was trying to tell her and teach her, and actually embraced that and changed and became a better person as a result. I feel I like her more than you do.
Yeah, it's just in the end when I think about the survivors of the original, well, not the original Killing School game, the first game, Hina's the one I always forget the most. So
I think that's your problem. Oh, this guy. The Pink Sweater Girl of the first game.
Yasuhiro Hagakure, who we definitely refer to as the Pink Sweater Girl, which...
It's a reference no one will get.
It's a reference no one will get. Basically, it's a character that survives by doing absolutely nothing. And that was definitely Hiro. However, he is fucking funny. So now, one of many of the greatest sprites ever seen that this franchise provides us. Kyoko Kirigiri. Okay, let's be real. She's the only reason Makoto lives. She's the only reason anybody lives.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, they'd all be done in the first case if she didn't do anything. She is the voice of reason amongst the rabble of idiots. Definitely kind of a rock. It's like, right, she's there. She does her thing.
She's too predictable.
Yeah. You kind of know, okay, this is a situation. Oh yeah, Kyoko's gonna do something. Okay, we can pretty much know what she's gonna do. And to be fair, it'll be cool. It'll be good. But like, there's nothing wrong with a character like that. So we're not gonna be like, oh wow, she's a shit character, nothing changed.
No,
she
she's
just did the
still
thing
certainly
predictably.
A. She's certainly an A character. I just don't think she's S, and I'm just trying to justify why I don't think she's S. I will definitely agree to high A.
Definitely, I would say with the current A list, she's going to the top of it.
Okay, before you put her above Celeste, remember when Celeste had a mental breakdown during the trial, and how awesome that was? Okay, I rest my case.
You know what? I know we're skipping ahead to the tree anime because, let's be real, her next major appearance after this game really is the tree anime, and the bullshit bringing her back to fucking life really stains her character. I know it's more plot than character, but it's just...
We can gripe more about this.
I know we can gripe more, but unfortunately it does affect it does kind of add up
It
to
affects
why.
your perception of her.
Yeah, you know, it,
It's like,
not
why
quite
the fuck
S.
is she invincible? Why the fuck is she invincible? That's bullshit.
I think you kind of hit the nail there. It doesn't feel like there's much sort of consequence to any of her moments of weaknesses. I think there are some in the later game. You know, she also, you know, that's why Sato is ultimately the one who kind of saves everything, right? But then again, at that point, it's kind of he's not really. It's not as much her individual weakness at that point, but more everyone is weak at that point. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyoko's a complicated case.
Definitely
we're
an A,
not
though.
even gonna definitely A.
I mean, we just agree with that, but it's just something is just not right. This doesn't feel like S tier.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. Watch out for her.
We watched out.
She is the most underrated character in this entire franchise.
We may be like the two men Mukuro fan club.
She is so fucking cool. Okay. She didn't do anything in the first game because she got fucking killed by her sister right away. But then when she comes back later, while dead, in the ending case, was pretty cool. Okay?
Okay, so we're already making a case for a character all she did was die and then be dead.
The second thing.
And we're right, by the way.
More important. Yes. Her in the Despair arc of the 3 anime.
That's really cool.
She's so cool. She's so good in that.
Yeah. Which again is hilarious to talk about character. Like in the Despair arc, all she does is basically be Junko's lapdog. That's all she is. Right?
She commits the first kill of all the Killing School games.
Yeah.
Here's the first major difference between me and NCW. I have read Danganronpa If, which is the bonus novel that comes with Danganronpa 2, the game. That story is an alternate scenario where Hajime wins the button to open the main door to the school through the Mono machine.
Mm-hmm.
And some slightly different things play out. And he somehow gets knocked unconscious. I don't remember how. But when he finally comes to, the one who was on watch, see when he woke up, was Mukuro. And when Makoto wakes up, they talk. They basically reiterate her free time events from the first game.
Yeah.
But then they go deeper, right? And this is when Makoto thinks, I feel like I'm not talking to Junko. I feel like I'm talking to somebody else right now. And from there on, he figures out who Mukuro actually is. Saves her from getting killed by the spears.
Yeah.
And then what happens after that is
Shenanigans and hijinks.
Shenanigans and hijinks, and Mukuro goes through some shit where she tries to figure out herself, separating herself from Junko. In the end, kind of saving everybody, allowing everybody to escape in this scenario. In that story, you learn so much about Mukuro and how she thinks and why she is the way she is. It is a great fucking story. I actually recommend everybody look it up. It's on YouTube. There's like a VN-like version of it. I highly, highly recommend seeing it because it makes Mukuro even better. Personally, I actually think she is an S character after that story. She's so good in it.
I can be convinced on that, yeah.
And I will say that story also makes Makoto better.
You still put him as B, though.
Yeah, he's still kind of a herb. Also, Makoto definitely falls for Makoto in this story. Anyway.
Everyone does for some reason. What the fuck?
Fucking... I don't know.
Fucking luckiest student. Anyway.
Makoto is fucking awesome. I would hear no substitutes.
Anyway, the substitute Mukuro.
Okay, so Junko is a fucking enigma. She's so fucking batshit crazy. You gotta love her, right? What do we even say, right? Like,
she is a villain that is fitting for this series.
She's the centerpiece of the whole damn series. Like,
yeah,
and she's great.
With the setup and the premise of the first game and everything else that flowed afterwards. If you got the mastermind, the antagonist wrong, it would have stood out because the premise is already batshit, and you needed an antagonist that would match it, and they did that.
Yeah, they just made it a crazy bitch, and that's what she is.
The craziest of them. That's it. It's just fitting. It makes sense. Everything makes sense, right? Everything makes sense in that she doesn't make sense, right? It works, like, and it needed to. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to pull off the stories in these games if she wasn't what she was. It would, they could have come up with anything to explain what the hell's going on, and they could just tell you, oh yes, there's this whole bunch of cultists that will follow her to their deaths. And any plot could just tell you that, but her character convinces you of, yeah, no, I get it.
You know what? I'm kind of getting on board with her.
There's something to this whole despair thing.
Guys, wait, hear her out.
It's hard to judge in terms of a character, because in terms of character, it's pretty simple. It's just that shit insane. There's little logic. You could argue there isn't actually a whole lot of depth going on here, but it's pulled off with such a charisma you don't really care.
Right.
Because actually there is fuck all depth to her character. It's just madness. That's it. There's nothing else to her. Right? Mukuro...
There's a vague sense of depth in the 3 anime, I would say, but...
Vague. It's interesting because Mukuro is always, as you just talked about, she was the one that actually had anything else going on, I would say, from a character perspective, but the thing is, Junko still didn't need it. She pulled it off with such a charisma, you don't care.
Yeah. Here's maybe a good point to mention here, too. We have not completed the bonus modes of V3 yet, which she would participate in, Junko proper, nor have we completed Summer Camp, which
I'm not sure
may do something. I don't think it would affect our ranking. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, no, because we're just gonna put her straight to S if it hasn't been fucking obvious.
Well, she's still S. I think she's below Mukuro though.
Yeah, I could see that actually. I'll accept that.
You really need to read If. If is... I really liked If. Okay, so now Monokuma is basically just Junko again, but you see a lot more of him.
But also kind of not. It's interesting the connection between the two, right? Because obviously we say, oh, and he's just Junko or whatever, and kind of is. It's kind of an extension of Junko, but in a way, it's a bit of a personification of Junko that's still an independent entity and is still kind of his own thing, you know? Again, in terms of an antagonist that fits with the story and fits with the universe, yeah, fucking great.
He's like a perfect antagonist who's also the host of a game.
And not to mind, like, just as a character, it's clearly iconic for the series as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, again, not exactly accident, even if kind of by design. It feels like there's not a lot to say about it. He's Monokuma. It's just Monokuma things.
He's a character that you just need to see to understand. He's a rare good antagonist in a video game, or a VN.
Yeah. Maybe we're just playing VNs with shit antagonists.
Yeah.
That could also be the problem.
Well, yeah, he has to go in S.
Below the 2. We're probably going to do, because he is missing something that these two have. I have no idea what that is.
Oh yeah, tits.
Yeah, okay.
So that's Danganronpa 1.
Except obviously for Toko, who will appear later.
Toko and Genocide Jack, we will get to them later in a game that shaped them way better than 1 did. But overall for 1, we didn't like the dudes in this one, did we?
Not really.
Maybe we're just sexist bastards, but...
Well, I mean, usually when we do these tier lists, that becomes incredibly apparent that we're sexist bastards.
But the game itself is... It's fucking great. It's a great game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we're bothering to make a tier list on this series, do you think we're going to say anything different?
Even though, like, there's a couple times while during talking about the characters that we were like, well, this game kind of did this, that... Again, that's in comparison to the games you'll get to. Compared to just most games VN's ever made, this game is fucking amazing. So it's such a good entry point into this genre. It's
something I don't actually think about that often, of it being an entry point into the genre, but it kind of is, because you could argue it isn't even actually a VN. It's not really a VN. It's got so much in common in VN, obviously it gets lumped together and is considered a VN.
Yeah.
But
it isn't. You move around,
really.
You investigate yourself, there's mini games.
It's more of an RPG game, really.
Yeah, ish.
Ish. That's the thing. It sort of fits in an ish. It's kind of made its own little. It's made its own little category it lives in. On to the second game.
Moving on to Jabberwock Island in Danganronpa 2. Starting off with the classic pro tag Hajime Hinata.
Well, he's better than Makoto, I'll give him that.
He's better than Makoto, but goddamn, he's still a herb.
Just kind of this like super Makoto in a way.
He's Makoto, but he can think for himself a little bit more.
We don't actually have a name for this guy.
The ultimate imposter who is left unnamed throughout the entire franchise, but that's okay. He was way better in the 3 anime than he was in 2.
He also got ganked immediately in 2.
Yeah, but he was
still good in 2.
Though, he was still decent, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, in 2, he's basically just Byakuya again. I mean, do you even really let any of the mask slip in the free time events? Definitely not in the main story, he didn't.
They did, but it's in ways that you wouldn't be able to recognize until later.
Yeah.
So, I don't quite know where to put him.
Yeah.
Probably B.
I would say definitely B. I mean, for the main story of 2, he was basically better Byakuya. He was still better. You know, it was like, he was basically that character, but better. I mean, I actually kind of liked him more than Byakuya.
Oh, yeah.
And remember, we do have 3 anime as well, where he actually is an important and good character in that.
I'd put him above Makoto. Not above Sayaka, though, I don't think.
Okay.
Teru Hanamura.
Okay.
And thank God he got killed early, or else that game would have freaking been awful. Like, having him exist.
Yeah. Anyway, someone who's absolutely not awful.
Mahiru is... Oh, man, I feel so bad for her. I wanted her to live longer.
Anyone who doesn't like her should go to hell. How high will you let me put her, then?
I feel like, objectively, she's a high C.
What? Fuck you.
She did less than Hifumi.
And fuck him too.
I
be around turning the stream around.
I will relinquish control of this one.
I want to put her in A.
I want her to be an A, but I just feel like she's just not, right? So
we can have the ones that keep people on their toes and go, wait, what?
Fine, put her below Hina then.
I'll take that.
Peko Pekoyama is a very weird one.
Yeah. She feels more interesting out of the game than in the game. She's never one you actually seek out in free time events. She's kind of just there in the plots until it all hits the fan, and then it's like, oh, right, wow, okay. That's kind of interesting.
God, her role in Chapter 2 and all of that shit was so good.
She does suffer interesting in retrospect and to be about, but in terms of, oh yeah, she's on the screen right now. Okay. I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, even in 3, you know?
Yeah.
Which was the chance for all these characters to kind of, who didn't get the fair stick of it in the game. They still didn't seem much else.
You put Mahiru in A, and I feel like Peko is objectively better than Mahiru, but I don't know if Peko should go in A or B or A.
Mahiru in A is not for comparison. She stands on her own.
I have to ignore Mahiru.
Don't worry about Mahiru. She's just there.
I'm thinking low A, honestly.
Yeah.
ミオダイブキのミオに、ミオダイブキのダーに、ミオダイブキの E に、ミオダイブキの武器で、ミオダイブキです。
Anyway, it's Buki.
S,
Can we
right?
just put her in S and say fuck it? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Also, that sprite right there is one of my favorite sprites. It's so awesome.
That is one of the best sprites in VNs.
It's so memeable. It's so cool. You need somebody pointed. There you go. It's. Oh god.
She's probably on the thumbnail of this video.
Quite likely. In the grand scheme, she's probably not an S character.
Fuck you, it's our list.
Fuck you, it's our list. We love Ibuki. Hyoko is the prime example of why Rule T is a thing.
But also, it tests it to its limits at times.
Very much. I will fully agree that she is.
You're about the only person who actually likes her. Let's be real.
I liked her, and I had no reason to other than Rule T. And
yeah, that's it.
The her and Mahiru relationship is interesting.
I'm mostly interested in Mahiru half of that.
Yeah, how she kind of tries to change herself a little bit in respect to Mahiru's death is somewhat interesting. Also, she's the reason that the horniest scene in Danganronpa history exists. That said, probably B. Being objective, she's B.
Yeah.
She's definitely more interesting than C, but she's just too much of a jerk to go any higher than that. Mikan Sumiki. I'm mad at her because she killed Ibuki.
That's kind of our problem here, right?
But she also killed Chiaki. In the 3 anime. Oh no. Not directly, she just...
Yeah, not directly. But anyway, I'm kind of joking there because I actually like her.
She's a good character. See, here's the thing. I found Mikan more annoying than Hyoka.
Yeah, but you got some bias going on here. That's helping you see through that.
I just don't like the self-hate type characters, so...
I feel like her turn on that kind of made up for that.
But her turn
yeah.
in the 3rd trial was fucking awesome. Her in the 3rd trial alone, even though she killed Ibuki, I think she should go an A. She's definitely an A character. That's super cool. Nekomaru Nidai. Later known as Bekamaru.
I'm ashamed now we don't have 2 different sprites.
Well, he's the same character.
Right, but one's a robot.
But they're the same person.
But this channel is officially Robohobic. Robohobic? That's a new frame.
Gundam Tanaka. Gundam Tanaka is pretty cool. I like him a lot.
He's cool. Yeah.
Shooty as shit, but he's a fucking ultimate breeder, man. Like, how do you dislike that? Like,
He's got hamsters.
He's got hamsters. The 4 Dark Davis of Destruction.
Wait, where did they send the list?
Oh, come on. No.
This list is bullshit. This fuckstick anyway.
Nagito.
You never feel he's actually going anywhere because I think the thing...
He just spins the goddamn wheels. Whenever he starts talking, nothing happens.
Yeah, but like nothing happens on a local sense, but nothing happens in an overall sense either, which is very jarring in the group of characters he is lumped with. That class, like, the whole point of the entire fucking plot is that they are changed, their characters change beyond recognition throughout the entire thing, and it's like, I can't tell the difference between despair evil Nagato and just normal Nagato. I cannot tell the fucking difference.
You never know what the hell he's doing.
But it's... And the annoying thing is, which will become more apparent later when we talk about another character, who we've pretty much a completely 180 opinion on, is that there's no reason for this, right? You still could have had a character that played that role that was actually fucking interesting. He's not. And he doesn't, he doesn't have to be good. He doesn't have to always make sense. Actually, you could still make a character that never makes sense. Junko doesn't make a fucking bit of sense, but we love her.
No.
Right? He doesn't make sense, and we can't stand him. He's also lacking 2 things as well in this fight, but, there's only so much you can do. But that was also the decision of the game, so, we could have done better on that. But, I mean, some
Nagito is so much better in memes. He's great in memes.
Because he's a meme, but the problem is they pin so much of...
That said, though,
on this meme.
What he did to set up the trial where he basically killed himself, but used Chiaki to do it. That case was fucking awesome. That was a fantastic case that he did.
But he's still fucking intolerable before or after that.
He made an unsolvable case. They just got lucky with the guess because of his luck. That case was fucking awesome. I think that alone saves him from F.
I give you that, right? But again, we have recently seen another character in V3 who basically does the exact same thing. Right? His plotline is the exact same. And we're gonna, he's gonna be much higher. Let's just say that.
Yeah. I'm thinking Nagito is in C. Bottom of C, because I fucking hate his annoying ass, but...
Can we not just give him a side character in UDG for the memes? Because he technically was.
Wasn't he really side in that? He was kind of making the whole game work.
Don't worry, fuck him. Don't care.
I liked him more in UDG than I did in 2.
It's not fucking hard though. Still didn't like him in UDG.
I do want to give him F because I fucking hate him, but I do feel like he is objectively better than F. I don't think he's a complete failure.
If we don't have enough
He
side
is-
characters in this role, I'm dumping him down there to fill the ranks.
Very good at stand-up comedy.
I'm not sure that's exactly canon.
Okay, Chiaki, if you hate Chiaki, then fuck you.
You're a bad
wrong.
person.
You are wrong. Chiaki is the freaking sweetest thing. Oh god,
She
I
is
love
probably the
Chiaki
sweetest
so much.
character in this entire series.
She is so fucking sweet, and she died twice for it. It's oh my
But the
god.
thing is, it's beyond just, oh, she's just so sweet and wholesome and all that. But there's actually a strong character underneath that at the same time. You know? It's not just some moe blob over there that everyone just loves anyway because they just are what they are. Like, she is a natural character, and that's kind of, I've run out of words now. But it elevates another level above, oh, she's just sweet. It's like when you say, oh, isn't she sweet and lovely? It's like you mean in the sense of, wow, she's really sweet and lovely. She's just so good.
She is so good. She is your best friend, and you believe it. She really wants to be around you, right? Truly believes in everything Hajime did, even when it ended up having to kill herself to do it.
She genuinely believes in good,
Yeah.
and not in a one-dimensional sense, a strong-willed sense that she doesn't bear out on the surface too much, but it is there in what she says and what she does.
She is such a clear as day as character. Monomi / Usami. They're the same person. I'm not separating them. Person. Same bear.
Entity.
Bunny, rabbit thing.
No, they are a rabbit. I think that part is clear at least. Or at least they want to be a rabbit. I think they're definitely helped by association with Chiaki.
A bit, but I still wouldn't put him above like Leon even.
Oh. Because otherwise you're saying they're just about better than Nagato? We need this or something. We need to find a way to do
Nagato's at
that.
the very bottom of C. He's
Fucking
just
side
barely
character. Fuck you. Anyway.
Okay. Speaking of fucking side characters, Kazuichi Soda, oh my god, he's a pink sweater girl that game. He didn't do jack shit for nothing that whole fucking game he lived. And I kinda hate him for it.
He didn't even do anything interesting at all. He just simped for Sonya. That's literally his entire character. And he didn't even do a good job. Gundam did a better job. Fuck you. Nah, fuck this guy. Who cares?
Fuyuhiko was almost amazing.
Almost.
He was so close. If he would have died when he went to save Peko during her execution, he would have been fucking amazing. That would have been a great way for him to go. I would have been so happy. But then he lived. And then he didn't do shit for the rest of the game.
I think it's harsh to say he didn't do shit.
Freaking,
If
he
you
was
put-
a complete dickhead before that. And after that, he was just,
He's just kind of
whatever.
mopey.
He became just another Soda. Like,
He's a better soda though.
better than Soda, but man, god damn it. If he would have died during that execution, that would have been so goddamn good. I'm still mad they didn't do that.
Yeah, I am, because you could still complete the story of the game without much deviations. He didn't live after that point. You could remove him. I'm kind of talking myself the argument I thought I'd be making out because I thought I'd end up making the argument for him after that. But I'm just not making that strong feelings.
He did grow. He did become a decent human
Yeah.
after that point.
But I
But
think
goddamn, like,
But the thing is, in that action and the execution, you got most of the mileage out of that, and it never really went further in much of an interesting way because it kind of couldn't. Like, the structure of these games make it quite hard to do that. It's like you get your chapter of glory, and and unless you're like one of the main one or two characters, you're not going to get anything after that point. You're going to reach the end of your story basically. And obviously it wasn't the end of his story, and it feels harsh to say, yeah, he just kind of was there for the rest of the story, but at the same time, he didn't play a major role because there wasn't the space for him never to play a major role after that. So overall, it probably would have been better if he'd just been killed off in that execution.
I think if I remember right, our reaction to when he's like, "Wait, he's alive," we were like, "Oh, fuck off," because we were like praising it how awesome it was, and then he was alive, and then we're like, "Oh, piss off," right?
Yeah, and we weren't praising it in the sense that we're like, "Oh yeah, they killed him. Thank fuck we don't see that guy again." It was in the sense of
That was a
that's
great
actually
sacrifice.
cool.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was cool.
It's like redeemed. You know, it's morally redeemed his character. Like, wow, that's actually an interesting story. That actually makes him interesting.
And one of their, again, him and Pekka was what Danganronpa likes to do is subtle love stories, right? And him and Pekka was actually a pretty decent one. And if he would have died there, that would have been a great conclusion to that.
Yeah, given that nothing else of significance really happened after that. Like, if he lived and they did something with it, not sure how, but maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be fine, but they didn't, because I don't really blame them for not doing anything more than they did. But if that's the case, why did you just go to despair of killing him there? It would have been more impactful if you'd done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have actually sent his character off in a memorable way rather than kind of just as a whimper for the rest of the game. Up until right in the end. Yeah, whatever.
High C or low B?
I think low B because we fucking put him in B.
Akane is kind of interesting, isn't she?
She is, because depending on what mood you catch me, she's like gonna swing up like 2 tiers or whatever, you know?
Honestly, she's a lot more like Hero than I just thought, because she kind of is a pink sweater girl.
Mm-hmm.
But she was more active in not doing anything, if that makes sense.
She was. And
she was the reason Nekomaru became a robot, because he saved her.
And her role during that trial, you know, that was kind of a bit of her conclusion, and you know, like there is the whole thing of after Nidai is killed, and you know, essentially, you know, she's kind of lashing out at the trial. So in the trial, like she kind of is coming to terms with losing Nidai, and she's kind of lashing out at everyone, right? And the trial is sort of having to very quickly and forcibly accept that, and the rest of the game is building on that and being, you know, a better person.
But also, like Hero, she just says really funny shit sometimes.
She does, yeah. And some really weird shit as well. Like her free time events. It's interesting.
Yeah. Hey Hajime, check it out. I'm already eaten. Is one of the funniest fucking lines. That's so funny. Why on earth would you say that? It's so stupid. Hey, I just realized something.
Nice.
She didn't do anything. That's Danganronpa 2.
It was a game.
So, it was a game, and
It's still a very good game.
It's still a very, very good game, but I definitely didn't like it as much as I did 1.
And for some reason, both of us didn't like it as much as we did 1, which
right.
isn't really. That's not the popular opinion, right? Isn't the popular opinion anymore. Basically they just continuously get better?
Yeah, I guess.
And this felt as much of a step sideways. I mean, it's stepping from sideways from a very good position.
It didn't really advance anything. Okay, so just to be clear, in case you haven't watched a playthrough, I'm the one who played. I did all the controls and all that. In that sense, 2, I did not like it at all, really, compared to 1. They made minigames worse most of the time.
Oh like, yeah, the minigames fucking suck in this game.
Unplayably bad. Like, the version 2 of Hangman's Gambit, I fucking hated. Version 2 of Bold Time Battle, I really fucking hated.
Yeah, that sucked.
Logic Dive was fine, but just kind of lame. The gameplay was, I feel like, objectively worse in the minigames. Everything else is just whatever, Danganronpa. But the minigames objectively worse. And based off, you can see off our rankings, we didn't like the characters as much either. Not individually, at least.
And that surprises me, actually, because
It does.
Because I think, I'm thinking back now to our initial impressions after playing 2, is we thought we did like them more.
But even the ones in the same rows, most of the time, the 2 are below the 1.
Yeah.
Especially in A. A is pretty obvious, but
yes, I think as a cast, it's a better cast.
It's really weird. Okay, this is kind of a hard concept to describe. We talked about this. We feel like if you talked about characters individually and liking them or not, one is better than two. But as a cohesive cast of characters, I would agree that I do think two is better than one.
Yeah. Which is quite fortunate given the overarching story very much sees this as a group that kind of, in the overall scheme of things, move and act together. Right? That group is quite important, and that cohesiveness, they nailed it. That it needed to do for the story to make it convincing.
And you get the same feeling throughout the 3 anime Despair arc too, right?
Yeah. Despair arc is so much better, and they have a lot to do with it. Just a weird place to put 2 then as a game. It feels.
Yeah.
And now we move on to a game that was definitely a game of all time.
Yeah. So Ultra Despair Girls. Probably the one that anybody watching this is the least likely one you played, but god damn it, we played it all the way through.
And if you have played it, I think we all know where you put it on your on your own mental list of Danganronpa games.
Oh god, this game is not good, but we enjoy the hell out of it. So, do what you will with that.
Yeah. We had a good time somehow.
We had a damn good time with it. In spite of itself. So, first off is the main heroine, Komaru Naegi, sister of Makoto Naegi. She's the only person, probably the only person on this entire freaking list that is actually just a normal human being. And
in their own way, everyone else on this list is fucking crazy.
Yeah, right? And
she's just normal.
She's normal, and god damn it, you love her.
She's great.
She's so lovable. Like, oh gosh dang it, Komaru, how are you gonna get out of this one? Right? And her propensity to get mad at kids, especially if they challenge her, is really funny.
What did you call it? I think you managed to actually confirm it.
I just remember what she says every time when she does that pose is Doda. That type of thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, how about that? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the translation. So yeah, like, what do you think of that shit? That's a fantastic pose.
And it does kind of sum her character that at one moment she'd be like, just basically crying in the corner, and the next moment she'd be like, how about that shit?
Wait a minute, a kid challenged me. Fuck you.
He's also harnessed the power of sticky ass, which no one else on this list has done.
Sticky ass.
That was going to make no sense to anybody who didn't watch the series, but it can kind of give you a hint of the delirium we went to in playing that game. Anyway, why haven't we put her in S yet?
She's an S. She's like the best part of the fucking game by far.
Easily, yes. She makes that game playable.
Her gaining confidence is really cool because they even showed it in the gameplay.
Yeah.
And the animations and shit. It was really cool. They did a really good job with Komaru, and I think that was most of the point of the game. The other point of the game is to redeem Toko Fukawa.
Yeah. If we were just judging on 2, she'd be somewhere in the fucking seas, right?
One. If we were just judging off 1, gosh, she'd be borderline F. Because she was just unbearably annoying. We're separating Toko and Jack here because I feel like they are distinct enough.
Yeah.
They are 2 different consciousness that just share the same body. But yeah, Toko alone in 1, probably an F.
Yeah.
Said some funny shit to go after Byakuya, but that's about it.
But her only redeeming feature is her other personality, which we split, so yeah.
Yeah. However, in Ultra Despair Girls, Toko is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. She's an actual fucking character.
And it completely redeems her, makes her definitely worthwhile. Ultra Despair Girls, like I said, it saves Toko. I think it puts her in A.
Really? Actual Toko in A. Oh.
Yes. I thought she was great in Ultra Despair Girls.
She was. That's the thing. I don't have much argument because I was going to go high. I would have instinctively gone high B, but it would have probably then ended up talking myself into putting her into A, wouldn't I? Anyway, the good Toko.
Okay, now Genocide Jack is just fucking awesome. She is so cool and she is so unbelievably funny.
That is her main feature, mind, as a character. Then again, this is our list. Fuck you.
And there's also the scene where basically she gets confronted by Komaru.
That's the interesting again.
That anime scene was really good.
So the interesting thing here is that even after 1, we would have probably been arguing, you know, how high to put her and all that, right? Just off 1, just entirely on the pretty shallow principle of she was fucking hilarious. But that's the thing, again, Ultra Despair Girls kind of redeems her as well, who we didn't even think needed to be redeemed, but got redeemed even more.
And that it gives her an actual character and an arc.
Yeah. Other than just the good Toko. She became the even better Toko, which you really weren't expecting to get out of this, because you just assume she's just the insane persona, and just nothing is ever going to change about that. But yet there was.
Okay, she's going in S, obviously, but where in S? That's actually very interesting.
There she go, Boogie. Above
I
me.
think so.
Okay, no, that's staying because I like this image here. Thank you, Ibuki, you've settled this.
So moving on to the main antagonists of Ultra Despair Girls, the Warriors of Hope.
Paradoxical name that never gets addressed, actually.
Masaru Daimon is... There's something there, but he's the first boss, so he gets killed so early.
So he gets killed before he can do much interesting. You're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You're a character.
I see, I guess. Jotaro Kemuri is so fucking annoying. I hated him.
Yeah, no, fuck him. Not interesting at all.
Kotoko Utsugi is a good idea, but executed very poorly.
Yeah, which is interesting then, how do you judge her character? Because her plot was shit, but her character was actually decent.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you juggle that? Because they say the idea was good, so they made a good character, and then executed it so fucking shit, it just stains the whole thing.
Bottom B below Fuyuhiko, because she and Fuyuhiko kind of have the same problem.
Yeah, he had a good plot and no character. And then they ruined that
she
plot
had a good
anyway.
character, but ruined plot, right? So
Yeah, that works.
I like Kotoko, but man, they did her dirty. Oh, Nagisa Shingetsu.
I think aside from Monica, he should be the most interesting one.
He
Right.
just isn't, right?
And somehow he isn't, yeah. No,
Yeah.
He just kind of got dropped. It's like, no, you were a counter-revolutionary for like half a chapter, and you're actually going to do something interesting, but because, you know, Nagato told you to fuck off, you turned on that for reasons. I mean,
he just broke, right?
Yeah.
That's all it was.
but not in that particularly interesting way either, fortunately. When it was setting up that it could have been going somewhere interesting.
Like how Masaru and Kotoko's breakdown scenes right before their boss was pretty good.
Yeah, but they could have done something even completely different with that. Obviously they couldn't, because the formula was set. You have to do this. I was like, would we not have done something just a bit different here? You were kind of going somewhere with this.
Yeah.
And his character to that point had developed into an interesting place. You know, he had developed into the somewhat delusioned counter-revolutionary, but you still thought he was a loyal servant and all that. You know, that was actually interesting. But then we needed a boss battle, so it just got dumped on its head in 5 seconds. And okay, right, sure, we're just going to move on from that apparently. And yeah, just he didn't get a satisfying conclusion.
No, none of them really did.
No,
Other than Monica.
he's a bit. I feel like he's like a Toko here.
I put him below Hero, but above Fuyuhiko.
I was just gonna put him right at the bottom.
Okay, now Monica was pretty good.
Oh yeah, everything else she did not get done dirty. She got done really well.
Yeah, they did her really well as just a deranged child of Junko, basically, right?
Yeah, she's cool. And then her appearance in 3 as well. That was fun.
Oh yeah, the one episode of the 3 anime where Ultra Despair Girls is finally relevant again.
She was fucking hilarious in that. That was great.
She was great, yeah.
I like her. Weirdly, she is like a more logical Junko. Also, I love the fact she's manipulative as shit. She is so manipulative, it's glorious.
Oh god, yeah.
As an antagonist, done right. She's the evilest little shit you're ever going to come across. Is she above Kyoko?
I was literally thinking right below Kyoko.
Yeah, because I wouldn't put her above her. You know, I've just given her a lot of praise, which I stand by. I know he said the plot didn't do her dirty, but then again, did the plot do anyone no spares go good against, aside from Toko and Kamaru. But she is so evil, it's glorious.
Yeah.
That's a hard one, actually.
It is a bit.
Because it depends on what mood you catches in. She's either there or she's at the bottom of S.
Mm-hmm.
And can't give really much logic to why suddenly she skips Kyoko and Celeste.
Kurokuma is just funny.
Yeah.
Haijito,
Alright,
fucking
cool.
idiot.
Moving on.
Hiroko Hagakure. She's literally just the one you hand hit list to.
Mhm.
Makes funny comments occasionally.
They're pretty funny.
She's a side... Funny. She's a side character, UGG.
Yeah.
Shirokuma, I also fucking hate it because I never trusted his ass.
Yeah. Which we were right not to.
And he was annoying.
Yeah, Kurokuma was actually funny.
What's
Where?
his name? Taichi Fujisaki, father of Chihiro Fujisaki. Gets introduced, dies. Side character UDG. Okay. This is Kanon Nakajima. She is the main protagonist-ish between her and Hagakure of Ultra Despair Hagakure, which is a side novel included with Ultra Despair Girls.
Yeah. And
I
just to be
felt
clear,
she-
in Ultra Despair Girls, her only appearance is on a card. And she doesn't
yeah,
actually
she's a hit
appear
list
in it.
target. But in the novel, she's one of the main characters. And her thing is, she's Leon's cousin, who's obsessively in love with him. And she's just like batshit crazy trying to get back to him and try to figure out if he's dead or alive. And when she figures out he's dead, then she just like, all right, that's it. I'm gonna kill the entire Future Foundation and all that. She's just batshit crazy, but she's quite entertaining because she says like 90s slang like whack and and Japanese chobereba, and she just says funny shit. And she's just kind of entertaining. I just felt she was worth including just to get that novel some attention because I still thought that was a good novel too.
Yeah.
But in reality, she's like a C character
Yeah.
who is kind of cute.
Well, that helps a lot, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Canonically
She's
so
canon-
as well.
She's canonically very cute.
How far does canonically very cute get you?
Probably like above Leon, honestly.
She probably wishes she was.
Oh, I guarantee she's tried it.
Anyway, that was interesting.
That was Ultra Despair Girls. We already kind of summed it up, but this game was just a fucking fever dream of a game. This is the only game out of all these that you probably don't have to play.
You don't have to play this game.
You definitely don't have to play it.
I mean,
but if
you'll
you love
get to-
Danganronpa and its characters, you'll probably have a good time.
Just, yeah, be careful with your mindset going into it.
Yeah, don't expect anything. That's all we can tell you.
Yeah. And as a side benefit, that one episode of the 3 anime will actually make a lick of fucking sense.
Yeah, it actually made that episode pretty good. So
I can't imagine watching that episode without the context of the game. That would have been just like, what the hell was that 20
Yeah.
minutes?
what the hell is Toko doing this crazy shit?
Yeah. Why is this 12-year-old in a van in space? Anyway, we will now move
Okay.
on to 3.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
That's
Sorry,
fair.
sorry.
Oh, you threw my whole fucking thing. Jesus.
So moving on to Danganronpa 3, the anime, we're just gonna be real. We heavily debated on including any characters from the anime in this, but
Yeah.
we decided to include at least a couple just so we can have an excuse to talk about the anime, because it is worth talking about, I think.
You can assume
first-
if any character is not mentioned here, they are in the rank below the tier list.
Yeah, sure. Like, there's none that are particularly awful or bad. We just didn't really care about most of the new characters.
Yeah,
We're gonna start with the future arc, which is the one we have more problems with.
yeah.
The two characters we have here are Seiko and Uruka, only because they had a somewhat interesting side arc going throughout it. But most of the future arc was this additional killing game with Makoto, Hina, and Kyoko there.
Again, we're the only
they go
interesting
through
fucking
it.
parts of the thing. Unsurprisingly.
Right, yeah. And I don't know, man. The future arc was just like, why are we doing this? What is this for?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the Rudica / Seiko side plot was actually kind of interesting. These are the only two characters they really kind of half tried to give something to.
They did try with two others, but unfortunately they're dudes, and therefore they don't make the list.
Yeah, the Kaiba and Kaiba's friend. I don't remember what their names are at all, and I just don't care.
That shows how little we care. Actually, I can't remember either names either. Who gives a fuck?
No, but I will say though, go ahead.
That plot was interesting. The characters I couldn't give a fuck about.
Right, yeah, and
we're not tier listing plots in this game.
However, the theme song, the opening theme song they made for the future arc,
that
is
slaps.
fucking amazing. If they can make that the theme of like just the Danganronpa as a franchise, they should. It is so perfect for that, and I love it. That is the best thing that fucking arc contributed to anything.
Yeah. Anyway, we got two characters here. Where the fuck are they going on this list?
The fucking just put them in side character in UDG.
Okay, high or low? Other than above Nagito, because they have to be.
Nagito, yeah.
Going on to the part 3 that was actually good.
Yes, so now we're in the Despair arc, which is pretty good. Mostly because of Shuko and Bukuro. Yeah.
And also, unsurprisingly, the arc... I mean, these are basically the only two new characters in this arc, other than the two guys we just mentioned that we just dropped off the list. We forgot their names, so the point.
This is Chisa and Izuru. I don't remember Chisa's last name. I think it's Yukizome. Chisa, Yukizome, and Izuru Kamakura. Izuru was technically introduced in 2, but he's way more important in the Despair arc. That's why he's here. Overall, the Despair arc's just fine in the end.
But it does have Junko and Mukuro, so you know.
Yeah, but
we'll keep coming back to that.
Yeah, there are two scenes in the Despair arc that are like fucking 10 out of 10. The first one is when they showed the first killing game with the Hope's Peak. This
is student council, wasn't it?
Committee, student council, right?
Yeah, or something.
That like 5 minutes was fucking amazing. That was a really, really, really good scene. Especially with Mukuro singing Please Give Me Wings over it. With the very pretty music while they're killing each other relentlessly.
Someone got chainsawed on that pretty good.
Minutes. Dude, the one girl impaled herself on the fucking thing. And she bled so much out of that wound.
Oh, and there was the couple that got stabbed together. That was good.
Yeah, and then they're about to shoot each other to commit.
Someone just throw the spear through the both of them.
And then the dude who just speared the girl, just speared 2 of them out of jealousy. And then the guy died immediately, and she was just trapped under him. And then he slams the shovel onto the thing, it goes all the way through her. And then the crazy glasses girl shows up with a chainsaw and chainsaws him. Oh my god! And then there's a fucking girl in the Pikachu thing next to the strong guy, and the strong guy's like, "Don't worry, I'll make sure you get out of this." And then he just stabs her, and then throws her at the guy, shooting a machine gun at her. This scene is so fucking good and cool. I loved it.
It was great.
That was the best scene in the whole fucking anime. That scene alone made me bump it up to an 8 for that arc. It was so good. The other great scene is Chiaki's execution.
Her first execution.
Yeah, the real Chiaki. And that was a fantastic fucking scene too for storytelling.
Anyway, so far those two scenes don't actually really heavily feature the two characters we have on deck here.
Yeah, these two again were just an excuse to talk about the best parts of the Despair arc, which are fucking awesome.
I like Chisa though. She's cool.
Chisa's cool. She falls to the dark side, but she's pretty cool.
Feels like definitely a B, right? I think it needs to be.
Yeah.
But not quite A. Above the herb? Below the herb?
Probably
herb
above
rating.
the herb.
Above the herb.
Okay. And Izuru, he exists. He just complains that everything is boring, and Junko stems for him for some reason.
Side character?
We'll briefly mention here, too, the 1 episode Hope arc that ends it. That episode fucking sucks.
I mean, that's all we're going to mention on that. On to V3.
No. We have to mention the bullshit. Because we mentioned it earlier.
Oh, yeah, we did mention. I thought we already mentioned the bullshit. Yeah.
During the future arc, they killed Kyoko, which is really cool. I really like that they did that.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a very cool move. But then, they brought her back. For no reason. Why?
So some people wouldn't cry.
Bullshit. If she would have died, that would have been awesome. That would have kind of somewhat redeemed the future arc. It's like, oh shit, that actually meant something. No, it didn't mean shit. Yeah, the despair arc I'd say is worth watching. The future arc, yeah, you can take it or leave it.
It was not Smoogie's best work. Give her that.
No. It is time for V3. We're gonna start off with the Mono Kids here. Monodam is the best in the Mono Kids.
He is.
He's innocent. He wants everybody to have fun and not kill each other. Hashtag Team Monodam. Be for best Mono Kid or Mono Cub. Other than Monodam, I don't really
Rest of
care.
She blew up,
She blew up due to a pregnancy.
which is an interesting way to go.
Yeah.
And he says "fuck yeah" a lot.
He says funny shit, but he did bully Monodam, so fuck him.
Well, he did get ganked for it.
Yeah, I would say the Mono Cubs were entertaining, sufficiently entertaining as a group, but individually it's like, I mean,
Whatever. No, that would definitely. Like, it is worth highlighting that they're not going to feature highly on this list because they never will. But they were a very good addition to this game.
yeah, they were very welcome.
Yeah. No, they were great.
Oh, but the love story though arc between Monofani and Monotaro.
That was interesting.
Even the students were getting into.
Yeah. That was the whole thing.
Oh god. Okay, so here's where we start really gushing about V3. Okay, we'll save the overall game gushing at the end, but we'll go through the characters first just to get them done.
It's going to get apparent, right?
Yeah. Okay, Rentaro, right?
It's there for like half a chapter.
We got big time Nagito vibes from him, but we didn't have the time to be Nagito, right?
Yeah. And I don't think if he had the time, he would have actually been Nagito. I think we were just a bit burnt, right? And
Yeah,
we
were
judged
sick
him
and fucking
harshly.
tired of Nagito. Yeah.
And he was given the same vibes. It threw us off, and then he got ganked. So probably going to be harsher on him than we should be.
Like, I put him like around Masaru and C, if I'm being honest. Maybe he'll redeem himself more in bonus shit, but right now he's just like, I don't understand why people like him so much. I think
That's the thing.
I think,
I wouldn't understand someone hating him. I wouldn't understand why you'd be like, how is he your standout of this cast?
I have a theory.
Go on.
Girls think he's hot.
You know what? I think you're 100% right. Speaking of that sort of logic,
Okay. I think in the first game, right, we talked about how having such a short amount of time, you're generally gonna get kind of the short end of the stick. Here is the biggest exception in the fucking world. Kaede is amazing.
yeah.
God, she was so cool.
And she basically only had one chapter to actually do it on screen, and somehow did it.
And you're sold. She's the best. Oh my god, damn it.
She's great.
Why
She's amazing.
did she have to get killed? Why? God damn it. What she did in the whole first chapter of V3 is just fucking amazing.
Like,
right?
if you want a case study of how do you start a narrative-led game, fuck me, that was a good way of doing it.
It was perfect. It's like a perfect start to a Danganronpa game. And then the twist that they actually killed the protagonist.
Yes, the person you've been playing with, like, and it threw us for a loop amazingly in the trial, because we're like going through all the options, because like in Danganronpa
We were convinced it was Shuichi. We
Well-
thought it had to be Shuichi.
Well, the main thing wasn't that, oh, it had to be Shuichi. The main thing was, well, it's
there's
not.
no way to kill the protag, right?
The cat. Well, it's not us, right?
And then we're like,
Oh
was
shit!
it us? Oh no!
We did it.
God damn! What
Which,
a
now
perfect
thinking about it,
opening.
is
Fuck.
completely perfect and thematically correct with how the events actually transpired, because her confusion at actually being her is perfectly justified, because it fucking wasn't her. Like, the chapter 1 resonates all the way through the game, and her character resonates all the way through the game. That's how much of an impact she had on the game. That, say,
On Shuichi and therefore you, right?
yeah, and to an extent even slightly beyond Shuichi, because it's kind of through Shuichi through the rest of the game, and that whole arc, I mean, it's the only thing that makes Shuichi any fucking interesting. Let's be real.
This was the short love story, but they did it right.
Yeah.
God damn it. Kaede was so fucking good. So absolute fucking S tier. Kaede is amazing. Kaede is an amazing example that you can do a character right in a short amount of time. Because even though you played as her for not even a chapter, you adore her. And you are so sad that she had
And
to
she
go.
still echoes throughout the rest of the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, if you wanted a recent comparison, she's like Ai from Oshinoko. A character that appears only at the start, but echoes throughout the entire rest of the story. She is kind of that sort of character. Anyway, why did Kaede have to die and we had to play as this guy?
He's so much better than Makoto and Hajime.
Oh, yes. Let's be clear. He is. The problem is we had to switch from Kaede.
Yeah, right. And that's not necessarily Shuichi's fault. It's just
No, because if we started a game as Shuichi, right, and played him through the entire game, had no other expectations that anything else would be impossible.
Pissed. God, we would have been pissed.
I don't think we would have. I think we would have gone, well, he's better than the other two.
We'd be more pissed about it than we were, though.
I don't think so. I think we're more pissed because we got to see what could have been.
But here's the thing, too.
Right.
If we weren't as Kaede making Shuichi better, then Shuichi would have been a lot worse. Us seeing Shuichi from outside,
And then
then
from
he
inside.
has the events, and then we go play as him, I think that made him so much better.
Oh, yeah.
And he becomes a pretty fucking good dude.
Yeah. Yeah. He's definitely the best of the protagonists you get to play as for more than a chapter.
Well, by that logic, then he had to go above Kamaru.
We've already established that Ultra Despair Girls isn't a game. Is he on that borderline? He is kind of on the borderline of FS.
Yeah. Now, we'll also fully admit, we are a week fresh from the end of V3, and there's probably going to be some recency bias in some of this.
Yeah.
But I think even as time goes on, most of these will still stand true, in our opinion.
So if we've done anyone from 1 dirty, yeah, fuck him.
Ryoma is meh. Kurumi's one I really wish we had more time.
She's cool.
Her free time events are pretty fun too. I like them.
Yeah.
Whoever did free time events for V3, by the way, actually they did give him a raise because they wrote most of summer camp in the side game.
Fair enough.
Because these free time events in V3 are really good.
Yeah. They do help a lot.
And this is one case where the free time events do make a big difference of who you go with. Potentially. Not all of them are perfect, but most of them are pretty good. Kurumis are fun. Yeah, I wish she had more time because I think they could have done some more cool shit with her character.
Yeah. And what they did do with her in the end. Okay. The situation they put her in and her motivation.
Why the fuck did she feel the need to move the body? That is, oh god, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Okay. I didn't think we were going to immediately go on to the actual problems with V3, which is the second and third case. Like, what the fuck?
The second and third cases is where our problems lie with this
Yeah.
game.
It's like, who the what?
Why did Kurumi move
Why did she
Ryoma's
move the
body
body?
after drowning him?
Because,
Why?
like, we said at the time, but if she just left his body in the sink, her case would literally be unsolvable.
The only thing that Monokuma could have said something to make it solvable. That's it.
Yeah.
Which then that wouldn't be her fault.
Mhm.
But she made it her fault.
Yeah. She made it and Monokuma didn't have to try, really, on
Yeah,
this one.
right. And that really kind of weighs heavy on my opinion of her, because I do like her. She's a cool idea, but man, that was such a bonehead move. I don't know why she
As a
did it.
bonehead move, the motivation is also What? No. It's
She's the prime minister. She had to save her country. God damn it.
where the fuck did that come from? Let's be fucking real. What the fuck? Spooky, you're high as fuck when you wrote that.
Yeah.
But her attempt to escape the execution redeems that part of it because it kind of balances that out.
Yeah, the post-trial chapter 2 was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to get nearly emotional about it. Well, I did get emotional, but I didn't quite cry. But I was about there. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Why are you getting emotional from this shit?
Yeah. like I probably could have got emotional for Kaede, but I think I was just so shocked that I just couldn't, right?
Okay, that was understandable, to be fair.
Yeah. And also Kirumi's execution, fucking mint. Great execution.
Chef's kiss of an execution.
Hell yes. Also, fun fact, Kirumi's execution is the only one that Monokuma does not appear in.
Well, it was kind of just had to be bodged together because she fucking ran. It was high B. I think we've argued her into her high B.
Yeah, I'd put her below Sayaka.
I can go with that, yeah.
Angie Wane.
She was just there. Really?
Kind of, but she did one thing that I'm surprised they didn't do earlier, and that was start a cult.
That was her only contribution to this game. She started a cult that then got Tenko killed.
I don't know. Low B, high C.
Given what we currently have at the end of low B, she kind of has to go there, but this may be a bit of a rethink because it still doesn't feel right for her to be in B. For me.
She's like hero level.
Yeah, so I think there might be a bit of a reshuffling that needs to happen here.
Probably.
I think you're right. She is kind of on hero level.
I think she's better than hero.
I was gonna say the opposite. I think I liked hero more.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I actually just didn't. I don't know. I didn't really care much for her.
Okay.
I put Monodam above her. I was more invested in Monodam than her.
Aw.
And she got Tenko killed. That's bullshit.
Tenko Chabashira abused us the whole game.
Yeah.
But we're into it. So
That's actually concerning how into it we were.
we really like Tenko, and we really shouldn't, but we really like Tenko.
I don't think anyone likes Tenko as much as we do for some fucking reason.
She is such a lovable goofball. Like, how do you not love her? And she has two of the best sprites ever made. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
Two of the funniest fucking sprites. And she sipped so hard for Mimiko.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it, we are degenerate males, aren't we?
Tenko's right about everything she called us.
Yeah.
Nothing she said was wrong. She is the most truthful character on this list. I feel like we want to put her in S. She has absolutely no right to live in that territory.
So bad. It's kind of the same thing as Ibuki, isn't it?
That's a good enough argument for me.
I like her more than Ibuki, though.
I'm actually torn on that. I don't know if I do.
I feel I would easily put Tenko above Ibuki, but
I wouldn't say easily. That could be recency bias hitting you there.
regardless, we fucking love Tenko.
Yeah. Anyway, then the scum of the earth who robbed us of Tenko.
He fucking killed Tenko. I'll never forgive him for this.
Is he an F just because he killed Tenko?
No, I feel like he's better than F.
He is. I mean, obviously he is. However, he killed Tenko.
He killed Tenko, and his reasoning was just fucking really.
You're not making a convincing argument here, I'll be honest.
Miyu Iruma is... she is hysterical on an absolutely childish level, and we don't care.
She's entirely childish.
Oh god, she's so fucking funny though. We both love characters that give other characters shit, and she is the best. She is so good at giving everybody shit.
But then she got shit and it got her horny.
And then she gets horny when they fucking dish it back. She can't take it back. It's so great.
Well, okay, to be fair, it is our headcanon that she actually likes it. You can interpret it either way because it looks pretty distressing when it gets thrown back at her. She has all the aspects that if you missed slightly with her character, she'd be fucking god awful. She'd be terrible. But somehow she hit it with us, and your mileage will probably vary massively with her. I bet there is a huge amount of people who can't fucking stand her.
Possibly.
Actually, I think, didn't we look up that Japanese audience? They fucking despise. Like, she did not go down well with them at all.
She's way too brazen for them, I think.
I think that was pretty much it. It's almost like she was nearly designed for actually a Western audience rather than Japanese.
Kinda, yeah.
She was designed for a Japanese audience, but she was designed to be disliked by Japanese. which in turn actually made her quite likable to those degenerates.
Her insults are so amazing.
They're so good.
Like, oh my gosh, she wrecked their shit. Like, you're all a bunch of ultimate dumbasses will live in my head rent-free for the rest of my life. Because how did it take him 3 games to think of that shit? Or 4 games to think of that shit? Like, idiot? Puichi? Come on. Like... And in the end, too, she contributed a shit ton to investigation's plotline. Her hunch was right every time.
Yeah, that was a weird thing, actually.
Every time she had a hunch in the trial, she was correct. And that's just hilarious.
Is she above Toko?
I think she might be above Toko, yeah.
Is she above Mikan?
I don't think that. I think that's kind of pushing it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'd agree with that. She's quite similar character, to be fair. But she didn't actually end up killing anyone, and therefore didn't have a cool scene.
But she tried to.
How could someone that smart fuck that one up so badly? Anyway.
Gonta is the kindest fucking soul.
Yeah. He's such a good guy.
He's so cool.
Yeah.
I think he should go in A. Probably lower A, but A.
I would say low A, definitely, but...
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's like, there's only so much... There's only so much a character can, like that can do. I mean, A is probably even being generous.
I feel like he just should be in A, though.
Yeah, and that hasn't stopped us before. Speaking of pure kindness...
Kokichi Oma. I fucking hate the guy. He's a piece of shit.
That's why he's an S tier character.
He's such an amazing character, though. Holy shit, he's an absolute fucking genius.
Well, he is a genius canonically, but also a genius of a character as well. As a character.
God damn, you detest him for the 4.5 chapters he's alive. You detest him.
And you still detest him for the rest of the game as well.
But then you gotta admit, it's like, holy fuck, he's a genius, though. Because the entirety of Case 5, well, not the entirety, but the vast majority of Case 5, Chapter 5, was all his doing to break the game. And it is the most ingenious fucking shit.
And it very much is one of those cases, and he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for a meddling kids sort of thing. Because it was that fucking, you know, it was that good. It
is, in my opinion, the best trial in Danganronpa history.
And beyond just Chapter 5, which obviously has a significant impact. I think it has a significant impact because you're like, okay, this is the payoff, right? And it's a really good payoff for his character. Because the entire game, he is hateable. He is comically evil at times.
But yet, you're like, this is a good enemy, though. He gets shit moved. He's Nagito, but very good.
That's where I was about to go with that. He is, if you took the lessons you should have learned from Nagito, you would create this character. He is everything they wished Nagito was, and probably what people think Nagito was. No, Nagito wasn't this guy. Nagito wanted to be this guy.
Nagito's not even close to Kokichi. So, he's a case of a character that I fucking hate, but goddammit, he's a damn S tier character. He has to.
He is. He's definitely S tier. He was fucking great.
I salute the Danganronpa writers for making a character so detestable but so good. I argue he's better than Junko.
That's a very convincing argument, actually, yeah. Because, again, our whole point is Junko, her whole thing is being so desperately evil and crazy that there is actually nothing else to her character beyond that pure logic. There is to him. He actually has sides and things. So, yeah.
Speaking objectively, he's probably better than Mukuro too.
Right, but we're the Mukuro fan club, so.
Okay. Kaito Momota is the coolest fucking dude.
Yeah.
I love him. He's the... Okay, Kokichi's probably gonna be the highest dude just because he's too good. You cannot put him any lower than that. But my favorite dude character, by far, Kaito.
That's fair, right?
He is so fucking cool. What he is to Shuichi and Maki, he is to you, the player, right? He pumps you up. He inspires you in weird ways, right?
Even though he shouldn't, he admits it's corny as shit, but he's also like, it somehow still works.
Right.
And that kind of makes him a bit real. Right?
He's just the best friend you could ever want.
Yeah.
And that's what he is in the story. And goddamn, his betrayal. It is a betrayal, but fuck, man, you don't feel it. You really don't.
But then again, is it? It's more of a gamble than a betrayal. And it doesn't pay off, and he just eats it. He's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. We gave it a go.
And then, this chapter 1 and chapter 5 of V3 signifies the best of Danganronpa to me, right?
I still really like 6 as well, because 6 was part 2 of chapter 1.
We can't gush yet, but fuck me. God, the end of the post-trial of chapter 5. Oh my fucking god.
Have we argued him into S?
I was gonna put him at S regardless, man.
Okay. I was thinking to put him at the top
love
of A, but I think we've argued him into S.
He belongs in S, man. I love him. Oh god, Tsumugi, the fake pink sweater girl.
Just to defy our expectations, really. Because we had her the whole game. We were joking the whole game. I was like, you've done fuck all here. How are you still alive? And
Yeah.
and then she did it. She did the whole thing. It was her. She even did chapter 1 murder.
Cool. She made herself so fucking cool.
Yeah. In one scene.
That cosplay shit was so cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately with her, I feel the affection for her is more of her role in the story than actually her. So.
Yeah, I agree.
So on a character tier list, doesn't really help her that much. I think this is a very hard argument we made to throw someone in B, mainly because
I don't think she should be B. I
think she should be. That last scene is not enough to make up for a game where you did nothing. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but there's only so far you can stretch it.
Can you put her above Hajime, like top of B?
If that's the only way I can get her into B, then yeah.
So my dumbass should have realized immediately that his name meant fucking hope. Kibo.
Fucking idiot. Anyway.
I
say that as having
You didn't realize it either.
I have no claims on ever knowing that.
His name literally means hope. I'm a fucking idiot for not realizing that the whole time.
I only learned the word for hope in Japanese from that factoid.
Oh yeah, you know hope and despair from this game, Kibo and Zetsubo, right? So...
No, I don't. You think I'm listening?
Zetsubo so many times.
I know I got no excuse, but genuinely I didn't. I didn't pick up on that. This is why I can't speak Japanese, anyway.
I can't either, but I at least learn words through video games sometimes.
I can't do that.
Given what you said about Tsumugi, I feel like Kibo has the same problem.
He kind of does, right? Yeah, he does. He only picks up near the end, right? You know, again, it's chapter 6.
He was helpful as like a regular cool dude through most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 6 is when he got quote-unquote awakened, I'm going to say, when the antenna fell off.
Yes.
A good dude. The idea of him being like the vessel for the audience was interesting.
Yeah. And his actions at the end were really cool, so it's definitely at the high end of B, right? Has to be.
Wherever you put him, I will agree that you can put Tsumugi right next to him, because I feel like they both have the same strengths and weaknesses.
Interesting.
I would say Tsumugi is still better than Kibo, though.
Right. Something like that.
Okay, sure.
That seems about right.
Mm-hmm. Himiko's pretty cool. She went through so much shit and came out stronger, like, immediately, right? Like, she...
Not necessarily immediately, but, you know, by the time we get to the end of the game, significantly noticeable.
After chapter 3, though, her resolve and inspiration for herself was pretty quick. She became more active. She did more shit.
Yeah. It was pretty quick, context of actuality, but she wasn't the same as she was at the end of chapter 6 as she was started chapter 4. It was still noticeable even in that time period, which is unusual for Danganronpa because usually it's kind of like, okay, a thing has been done. You are now character. You now run with this for the end of time. It was a bit salty to that. He's like straddling A and B, and I'm not sure which side.
I was thinking low A. I feel like her and Gonta.
I'm looking at Gonta there. Yeah, if
Gonta.
Gonta's an A, she should be. Right then, we got one left. You got some things to say?
Okay, so this is Maki Harukawa, the other survivor. So okay, with Maki, I legitimately thought about writing a paper because I love Maki to death. She is my favorite character in this entire franchise by far. By far. Out of all the characters here, she has one of the most, if not the most complete backstories.
I wouldn't say that's particularly rare, but she is one who did get it.
Everybody here, except for maybe, I guess, the Warriors of Hope, obviously, and probably a couple other exceptions, maybe Kyoko, had pretty easy lives, I would say. You know?
Yeah.
They became themselves, through themselves, but they didn't have to go through traumatic event after traumatic event, and then they're thrown into a killing game, right?
There's some notable exceptions, but there's not sort of a consistent life of shit coming up to this point.
Maki, they really tried. They really, really tried, and to me, they succeeded so goddamn hard. Because, okay, she was born an orphan. She never knew her parents. She was raised in an orphanage. She became an assassin, more or less against her will.
Yeah, she was just trusting to that.
She did it to save her friend from doing it and to keep the orphanage going. Because throughout all this, she cares so much about that orphanage. And so then she becomes an assassin, the ultimate one. After all that training, she comes back. The friend she sacrificed her life for essentially died. So now her only friend is gone. So now she's just an assassin, just doing that. And then, after already going through this pretty tragic life, she gets thrust into a fucking killing game. And yet, here she is, at the end of the game, surviving. At a couple points, just fucking barely. Goddamn, Kaito saved her ass in chapter 5. But she's still there, and she's still willing to go on. The only times that she gave up was when everybody else was kind of out there too. And even then, she was the one that took everybody out of it. Throughout this entire tier list, I was remarking how Danganronpa loves to do just tiny little love stories, right?
Yeah. Just a little side plots going on here.
Hit or barely miss. Maki is the only one that I think got a complete love story, and it is so good. God damn it, when Kaito died and she just finally fucking lost it, right?
Yeah.
She broke down, she cried hard, she was basically ready just to fucking end everybody around her, right? Well, maybe not that, but she was just done. She finally had her fucking breakdown, right?
Yeah.
Which had been building for a while, and goddamn, it meant everything. And she even confessed her feelings to him. Just spilling her fucking guts out to him right in front of him right before he died. And then Kaito didn't really reciprocate. God damn, this poor girl, man. Even the guy she loved didn't like him back. He didn't even see her in that way at all. He just saw her as a person that needed to come out of her shell, which she fucking did. Like, Maki herself learned to love, right? But others to be able to make friends. I mean, others an actual just love for Kaito. Yeah. And most importantly, her fucking self. Because that was her problem through most of the game, is that
she didn't really care.
She didn't care. She thought she was untrustworthy. She thought she wasn't worth a shit, right? She was Ryoma, but a bit more subtle with it, right? Less directly saying it, more just I don't care, right? But yeah, she comes out the most change out of everybody, I think.
Yeah.
And that,
Oh, definitely.
you know, she still lives in the end with everybody. She still wants to live. She's darn looking forward to see what's ahead for her,
Yeah.
right? The last thing I'll mention too is that damn smile. It's rare when you see it. It is so pure and unadulterated. And I literally left a note here that just says it can cure cancer.
That's scientifically proven, by the way.
Yeah. I still need more time to figure out why I just love her so damn much. But yeah. I said it before, I'll say it again. I love her to death. I only want to see her happy. She's a top 3 all-time character for me, for sure. So obviously I'm very heavily biased. To me, Tippy, top tier of S, best character in the franchise. But my bias is probably ruining it, so...
Yeah, your bias is ruining on that, yeah.
I will let you put her wherever.
So, obviously I'm looking somewhere near the top of S, right? I think that is correct, right? Also, it'd be probably pretty shit if you did all that and I was like, nah, B. So, Haide, yes. Junko, yes. Name 4. Ichi, it would seem odd if I left her, I put her behind the character that I insulted for most of the game, even if, as we explained, that was the point. So that was where I would put her then. Also, I think the popular consensus from a purely objective point doesn't have her anywhere near there, and you're all fucking wrong. You're just wrong. To live with that you're wrong, you're media illiterates, go sort out your lives. You're wrong.
So anyway, if it wasn't obvious, Danganronpa V3 absolutely fucks. It is the best game out of all these by far.
And that isn't
Holy
recency bias.
fuck,
It actually is.
No, it's just better. It's just so much better. Goddamn. Like, I wish I could introduce people to V3 first, because that first case would have them hooked for life. But obviously, to see the end of V3 and have it be as good as it is, you have to play the first 2 games for the
it'd be a waste to do that.
Yeah. But V3, they take everything they learned and messed up in the first 2 games and fix it and do things they did well before, do it even better.
Except case 2 and 3 were dumb as shit, but fuck that.
There's like 2 dumb cases in every one.
Yeah. They didn't fix that aspect. But they fixed everything else. Everything else was fixed.
But this, yeah. And especially the gameplay. Oh my god, the minigames of V3 are so much fucking better. Oh my god, I want them to remake the first 2 games with the bass drum so bad.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Actually, just straight up take the mini games and trial consoles from V3 and put them back into 1 and 2.
And in terms of characters, this is the best cast.
Yeah.
It's such a good fucking cast. To some degree, you like all of them at some point. We put Kyo in F. That's just because we're salty about Tenko, right?
Yeah, let's be real. That's what we're doing there. He's easily a C, a decent C.
A phenomenal fucking cast, both coherently and individually.
Yeah, and that again was the improvement they made. 1 had great individuals, 2 had a great cast, and then V3 had both. Like, I don't know how you say it, other than it is pretty much as perfect a Danganronpa game as you could actually make. No, it has had the desired effect. It's had the same effects that all of the great VNs have.
I feel like it might have a bigger effect on me than NCW even, because V3 especially, but the whole franchise has been minorly life-changing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn. Like how Steins Gate made me see VNs as a very good source of storytelling and entertainment. V3 did something similar to me.
Yeah. Well, that was a series.
This was a series of games. We'll see how long it is before we play something that hits us this hard again.
There's gotta be something out there, right? Well, until we find that. We'll keep trying.
Yep.